What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Skills. How y'all doing? Alright, what's up? My name is Willie Jefferson Jr. I cover video games at the Houston Chronicle. It's a Hearst newspaper located in Houston, Texas. Matter of fact, it's one of the biggest newspapers in Houston, in the United States. I also write a weekly column for La Voz. It is our Spanish newspaper here in Houston. Alright, so you already saw my pick for Game of the Year. If you have not, then you need to check out the video. I am not about to spoil it for anyone, alright? You gotta watch the video to see my choice for Game of the Year. Alright, so now we're gonna talk about something that really doesn't get talked about a whole lot, but it's just like video game fails, okay, of the year. So 5 nominees, okay, for video game fails of the year. Alright, the first, OnLive, okay? OnLive. Now, this is a cloud-based gaming system. It was supposed to, you know, just revolutionize everything. Last year they had the issue where OnLive had partnered with Square Enix and they gave free games for anyone that bought the PC version. They also got the OnLive version. GameStop, they removed the vouchers and then people just got upset. But as promising as it looked, in 2012 there are rumors that it was going down. And sure enough, it did go down. And there was a restructuring, the leadership left, and it did get bought. But this is a major, major gaming fail. And for all the people that were saying cloud gaming is the way to go, what's really cool is, hey, if I have a physical copy of a game, cool, alright? I can play it, and even if the company shuts down, I have access to my games. However, OnLive proved one thing. With cloud-based gaming, you are at the mercy of the cloud service. So that's one of the major fails in 2012. Next, 38 Studios, Kurt Schilling's company. They released one game. They got a multi-million-dollar loan from the state of Rhode Island. And all of a sudden, they went belly up. Matter of fact, poor Kurt had to sell his bloody sock. In 2012, you talking about, you release a game and all of a sudden, you don't pay your employees, things blow up. So sad. So sad. But 38 studios, and also other multiple studios going out of business, was one of the biggest fails of 2012. Next, Medal of Honor. Alright, you know what? I know a lot of y'all are going to like hate on this. Oh, dislike, dislike, dislike. But see, here's the problem, okay? Medal of Honor came out. They didn't send out early review copies to any of the reviewers to have, to have reviews in place the day of. And a lot of major sites, IGN, Kotaku, even Destructoid, they put notes, hey, you know what, like we're playing through this, but we got this the day of just like everyone else. Now, when you're a reviewer, normally you get things early, unless it's Call of Duty, which they know they're going to sell boatloads of copies anyway. Activision does, so they don't send them out early normally. But with a game like this, to not be sent out, it raised red flags. Next, they had a huge day one patch. So my question is, alright, what's so awesome? And then the game was okay, but it really just took a major departure. Because look, honestly, the original reboot of Medal of Honor, I gave that my Game of the Year. And I was expecting at least to follow along that. Yes, it has some of the characters. Some of the situations are based on true stories. But the problem is, you had a digital family that you want me to care about. I could care less. I'm playing this game because I want to save the world. I want to bust caps. I don't care about my digital family. Okay? So because of that, seriously, this was one of the biggest fails of 2012. Next, Mass Effect 3. You already know. Gamers tripping over the ending, even filed a lawsuit with the FCC, and eventually both of the doctors that were over the company resigned as a result of it. They changed the ending to more reflect what angry gamers wanted. Seriously, easily one of the stupidest moves I've seen in video games. They should have stuck to their guns. BioWare should have just said, "Hey, this is the game. This is how we're rolling. If you don't like it, tough." But no. So BioWare went ahead. They caved, and that is what puts this in one of the top 5 video game fails of 2012. And lastly, no, not the game itself, but the NRA. In light of all these gun shootings here in the United States, from Aurora, Colorado, to the Oregon Mall shooting, to Newtown, Connecticut, and several other ones, the NRA decides to blame games like this for, as a result, the violent video games, the violent movies, violent music. But yet and still, here's my question, NRA. The U.S. isn't the only place where violent video games are played. And granted, this one's pretty violent. The games are also played in Australia, in China, in the UK, in Germany, in Spain, Brazil, all over the world. How come there isn't gun violence in those countries? I know why. Because they can't just go to a Walmart and buy a handgun or a rifle, right? Because they have gun control laws. So yes, one of the biggest video game fails of 2012 is the NRA, who has pushed hard for gun control, saying video games, and even names like Splatterhouse, Mortal Kombat, those don't have guns, do they? Fail. Pry it out my cold dead hands, clowns. Alright, stupid. So, to end 2012, that's what they want to do. They want to say something stupid. So, those are my top 5 video game fails of 2012, alright? So, anyway, it's your boy, Willie Jefferson Jr, a.k.a. Mad Skills. You know where to find me. You can hit me up on Pinterest at M4d Ski11z. Go on Pinterest here. You can hit me on my official Houston Gamer blog, and that's blog.cron.com/HoustonGamer. You can hit me up on my Facebook page, and that's M4d Ski11z, the real M4D, or also Willie Jefferson Jr. You can hit me up on Twitter at M4d Ski11z. Tumblr at also at Houston Gamer. Hit me up on Tumblr, M4d Ski11z. Google Plus, LinkedIn, all that. Like I said, ad is right here. It's gonna be right below that. Alright, coming right back. I got one more vid. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.